Hello and welcome to the first of presumably many boyish rants, considering this country's going a bit pretty quickly. So recently, 3 Tory MPs quit their party to join the independent group made up of 8 former Labour MPs who recently quit their party due to anti-Semitic undertones of Labour and some kind of Stalinistic clique surrounding Corbin. As of right now, they have no manifesto, no roles, no leader, no group position on Brexit, despite the fact some of their own personal opinions contradict the other half of the fucking party. Also, there's no calls for a by-election at this point except by Corbin, which means that these ungrateful twats at this point actually hold unlawful legal power over choices made in Parliament. Now, granted, there are only 11 of them, same as the Liberal Democrats, which means right now they're kind of just the kid who you invite to a party who stays in the corner and no one talks to him because otherwise he just screams autism and calls you a racist and runs into a room full of pillows to watch The Big Bang Theory. First, there were 7 Labour MPs who quit their party due to anti-Semitic undertones rooted deep into the Labour Party. Joan Ryan became the 8th to quit the party the day after. She herself said that she isn't going to trigger a by-election, as she didn't win her seat in North London because of Jeremy Corbyn. Apparently, she won in spite of him. Despite she did get elected on the Labour manifesto, so. It also seems a little bit tad nefarious leaving the party now under Corbyn when she was quite happy to sit under Tony Blair for years. I guess she's just a cunt. She also said that the opposition cabinet surrounding Corbyn had become a kind of Stalinistic clique, which admittedly seems a tad too strong considering Stalin from his giant garden mansion wiped out between 3 and 60 million. And Corbyn still lives in a 2-bedroom house in Finsbury Park, where he was actually recently denied planning permission for an extension on his kitchen. So, yeah, not quite the same. One of the more influential Tory quitters was Anna Soubry, who looks like a half-mutilated clitoris on stilts, wrapped in Parma ham. So she's now a member of the newly minted independent group of Parliament, despite the fact that her Brexit policy directly contradicts almost every single Labour MP, or ex-Labour MP. For fuck's sake. She herself has said that the austerity cuts that under David Cameron between the years of 2010 and 2015 were very, very necessary. I guess Parma ham's expensive. I want to be clear here that unlike the uneducated cretins who shouted Nazi at Anna Soubry when she was being interviewed outside Parliament, my problems with her are a little bit more on the political side rather than social. I don't think Anna Soubry's a Nazi. I think she's a fraudulent maligna. Heidi Allen is another Tory MP who's quit the party. She opened a fucking speech with, "Once there were 7, now there are 11. Gosh, she must be the fucking brains of the group. Heidi said she quit because I can no longer represent a government who can't open its eyes to the suffering endured by the most vulnerable in society. Suffering which we have deepened whilst having the power to fix." Yet she had no problem joining a freshly primed Tory party in 2015 under David Cameron, after he cut welfare by 12% and added more to the student loans. You don't get to choose when you support austerity, you credulent twat bag. Still, she's buff. Heidi banged Heidi. Speaking of fucking a pig, former Prime Minister David Cameron was in the news saying he respected the former Tories MP's decision, even if he didn't agree with it. Cameron said our party has long been able to hold different views on Europe, and they must ensure that that continues to be the case. I'm sorry, David, but is that when you were with a coalition with the Liberal Democrats back in 2010? Because I'm pretty sure it was Nick Clegg who brought those pro-Euro views to you. And also, wasn't it David Cameron who called for the fucking referendum? I mean, granted, he did just put it in his manifesto to get elected, and then actually did get elected with the majority. Still, wasn't the worst thing he did while he was in term. I wanted to end this video by talking about the name Independent Group. Now, despite there being two separate political parties in Spain called Independent Group, this lot are still sticking with it. But I think they've missed the obvious one. Blue Kip.